Day 51. Continue to create awesome results. When is the last time you've truly celebrated your achievements? Instead of giving yourself credit, did you say something like, "It's nothing"? "You got lucky." Or, "Don't get too excited"? Appreciating yourself for making things happen is not a small thing. It's actually a secret formula for continuously creating awesome results. When is the last time you've truly been there for yourself when you failed? Instead of being supportive, did you say something like, "I knew it"? "You are pathetic." Or, "No one will want you anymore"? Having compassion for yourself is one of the greatest strategies for living a wonderful life. If you want a better life, commit to building a loving relationship with yourself. I invite you to love yourself when you're winning and when you're losing. Day 52. It's not about willpower. You know very well that it's your time to change, but your willpower alone is not going to do the trick. Willpower is working against your urges, fighting back the voice in your head. It's a very difficult fight to win because a lot of times you don't even want to win. And you just give in to the instant pleasures. But if you are the kind of person who can take control of your life, you are no longer fighting against your urges. Even if it takes effort, it will be much more natural for you. I want to invite you to start deliberately believing that you are already that kind of person. Think and act like that person. Even if you sometimes give in to urges, keep believing in yourself. Day 53. Perfection is boring. Perfection is boring because it kills creativity. Perfection is boring because it holds you back from learning the secrets of making something happen. It covers your 1 in a million unique awesomeness. Perfection tells you the same old story of not good enough over and over again. There is no twist, no dynamic in that story. It's like reading the world's most irrelevant piece of writing. Perfection is boring because it's procrastination in disguise. It gets you stuck in the fear of judgment, failure, or looking stupid. Follow perfection and you'll be guaranteed to destroy your dreams. So then, what's the cure for this dull perfectionism? Action. Stepping into uncertainty, stepping into fear, stepping into discomfort. Are you ready to take the first step? Day 54. Celebrate your wins. If you want to constantly produce awesome results, here's what to do. Celebrate your wins. Doesn't matter how big or small. Acknowledge your achievements. How? First, dance to your favorite song like nobody's watching. You can jump, you can groove, whatever you enjoy. Move your body to the rhythm. You will have so much fun. Second, give yourself credit for making something happen. Don't underrate your effort. Say something like, "I'm doing great." Pat yourself on the back. Third, ask yourself what helped you the most in achieving your goal and write that down. What thoughts did you have when you wanted to give up? What actions did you take? You'll be able to use these tactics next time. This is how you recreate fabulous wins. Day 55. Achieve your dreams even in the wrong place. Life doesn't always happen the way we want. Sometimes you might even feel like you're moving away from your goals and dreams. You might strongly feel this way, especially when you believe you're in the wrong place, where you can't fulfill your potential. How can you still achieve your dreams when you think you're in the wrong place? Wherever you are, become a person of impact. Becoming a leader is undeniably more important than just getting things done. If you show up and give values no matter where you are a leader the world needs. Every great mentor had times in their lives where they couldn't make sense of what was happening. So instead of focusing on why you are where you are, focus on becoming the next version of yourself. Eventually, you'll be in the right place. Day 56. Do it every day. If you want to get good at something, do it every single day. Once you pass a certain point, it'll be an effortless habit in your life. So, if you want to gain muscle, go to the gym and lift those weights every day. If you want to be a coach, coach yourself every single day. If you want to be good at delaying gratification, practice sticking to your plan when an urge to get sidetracked comes up. If you want to do something important, create something that matters every day, even if you only spend 15 minutes on it. If you want to be emotionally stable, choose good thoughts every day. Practice is what you need. There's no other way. There is no shortcut. Day 57. You don't have time. Saving your time begins during the day before evening. Choosing to put away your phone, letting go of your worries, and sleeping 1 hour earlier will all lead you to a better setting for you to use your time more wisely. The magic thought that will give you the push you need is, I don't have any more time. For example, tell your brain it's already 12 a.m. when it's 11 p.m. You don't need to beat yourself up. You can just finish up and get ready to sleep. Same thing goes with your morning. When you begin your day, first do the things that are important to you. That means using your time to actually create something. Instead of replying to emails, text, or missed calls, spend your time according to your priorities while telling yourself, now is the time to do this. Day 58. Throw away your to-do list. Your days should not just be about crossing items off your to-do list. Doing is always better than nothing, but I want to help you step up your game. Sometimes a to-do list can throw off your ultimate goals. You don't need to do 100 different things to get closer to your dreams. You want to focus on either one or a couple things per day. Those things should be about results rather than vague processes. For example, don't schedule work on my project. Schedule finish the opt-in page. Don't schedule write my book. Schedule finish the first chapter of my book. Spend your time intentionally. Time is the most valuable resource, and with it, you can do so many amazing things. Day 59. Don't wish for luck. Nothing valuable in life falls into your hands by accident. People talk about being lucky and getting a big break, but luck never lasts to the point where it stays with you when you have zero capacity to hold on to it. Keeping it is up to you. If you are just waiting for something to happen, you will miss out on opportunities where you can grow and become self-reliant. This is why you shouldn't just wish for luck. Imagine if you had to have heart surgery. Would you ever want a doctor who became a surgeon by luck? I don't think so. Cultivate patience and have fun witnessing yourself becoming someone that everyone wants to work with. You got this. Day 60. Try on a different perspective. Have you ever had one of those days where you felt like you've tried everything, but there's not a single sign that it's working? There were days when I literally followed every rule and strategy, but all I got were crickets. What made it worse were the stories I had in my brain. It's not working and I'll never get there. Holding on to that thought led me to take less and less actions, and gradually I stopped taking any actions at all. But trying on different perspectives helped me show up again. That thought was, what if there are still many things I can learn and try? What if I am on the verge of a breakthrough? Maybe I haven't tried everything. Maybe I am very close to making it happen. Whatever it is, I have the power to figure it out. Day 61. Cultivate patience. Cultivating patience can save you from procrastinating or quitting. If you expect that you will get quick results sooner than it happens, that will always cause anxiety. So give it enough time. Everything valuable takes longer than you think. On top of that, make sure to have fun. Don't sacrifice relationships you cherish or your physical and mental health. Having to build something does not guarantee you with anything other than just that. For example, if your goal is to make $100,000, you will get exactly that. Not a sense of security, not feeling powerful about yourself. But if you don't rush anything and be proactive at the same time, you will learn how to make the best life and build what you want. Day 62. Try at least 1,000 times. Don't talk to me about how you don't know what your real passion is unless you've actually taken action to figure it out at least 1,000 times. Don't tell me self-love isn't working if you haven't tried it at least 1,000 times. Don't tell me it's difficult unless you've tried it at least 1,000 times. Don't tell me you will never succeed at your dreams unless you've tried it at least 1,000 times. You will never know until you've actually stepped in and experienced it. There is no true learning if there is no doing. Ideas mean nothing if there is no execution. If you have a goal, aim to fail more than 1,000 times. Start training yourself to be okay with failing. Clarity comes from action. Day 63. You have time. You have so much time. People underestimate what they can do within a decade. You can do extraordinary things. With that being said, no one's too busy to do the things that matter to them. If they say they are, most of the time, they're just bad at time management. Here's the thing. If you use up all of your time on urgent or unimportant things, there won't be many things left for you to enjoy in the future. So think about it this way. If you could give any gifts to your future self using time, what gifts would you give? Start giving awesome presents to yourself now and in the future. Day 64. Don't chase. Sometimes it feels like forever to get to where we want to go. You might be thinking, am I ever going to get there? Or is this a pipe dream? Then we tend to overwork, spread ourselves too thin, or even worse, we burn out and beat ourselves up for not creating results soon enough. It's amazing that you work hard and are ambitious, but don't fall into the trap of thinking, how long do I have to wait? Intellectually, you know that you'll eventually succeed. Now is the time to practice truly believing it with your heart. Believe that everything you need will come at the perfect time. Don't chase. Just simply live your life. Do your thing. Grow into the best version of yourself and let it come to you at the right time. Day 65. Be friends with unpopular feelings. Be friends with unpopular feelings. They'll give you the most precious gifts. Most abandon their negative feelings. They hide them, pretend they're not there, or cover it with food or games. They want nothing to do with them. If you choose not to run away from feelings like shame, guilt, regret, sadness, or anger, but instead be present with them and even listen and talk to them like friends do, you'll receive the wonderful gifts that they offer. You'll receive a non-judgmental heart, never-ending tenacity, and the ability to handle any kinds of emotions. You'll receive the gift of healing, not only for yourself, but for those you love. Remember this the next time you experience negative feelings. Day 66. Imagine a future moment. Sometimes you feel like nothing's working, and you don't think you can succeed even if you try. But the truth is, as obvious as it may sound, even if you tried 99 times but gave up right before it was successful, you can't achieve anything. So you must push through, even when it feels like it won't make any difference. How do you do that? By believing. Imagine a future moment where you've already made it happen. Bring that future perspective to your present situation. It'll make a huge difference. Because now you know that failures are irrelevant. You know for sure that you are going to succeed. You just have to figure out ways to make it work as you move forward. Day 67. It's okay to have bad days. When you are in doubt, or when you are lonely, scared, or sad, you might think, what's wrong with my life? Life is supposed to have a bitter flavor called difficulties, and with, of course, the sweet flavor called happiness. Together they create the harmonious flavor of life. With bitterness, you'll learn patience, empathy, responsibility, love, self-reliance, and you'll learn how to be a beautifully imperfect human. This is why life is hard. You don't need to fix or get rid of all the ugly experiences. It's all part of being a human living on earth. But you can always be with yourself in dark places. I know for sure that I am my ride or die soulmate before anyone else. Me and myself walk all rocky roads of life together, so nothing can mess with us. May you be the most loyal friend to yourself in all flavors of life. Day 68. It's difficult. Saying it's difficult is irrelevant to your growth. It doesn't mean anything. Yes, change is difficult, just like consistency and patience are difficult. But if you find yourself constantly saying, it's not easy to change, it's difficult to be consistent, pay close attention to what you mean by that and what you really want to do about it. When you say it's not easy, are you feeling entitled? Do you think that it should be easier for you? If so, gently drop your expectations, wishing it be less difficult. There's no shortcut to creating awesome results. If the result is worth it, you can say something like, I expect it to be hard, but I'll do it anyway. Overcoming difficulty is part of the game. You can enjoy doing hard things. Day 69. Try thoughts that winners have. If you want to bring out the best performance in yourself, one strategy you can try is to look at the thoughts that winners have and try them for yourself. Winners have the commitment to go all in, and they don't give excuses. They're willing to let go of the wrong, not bad, people and focus on the right people. They ask for challenges instead of shortcuts because they know how important it is to become the person rather than just getting the result. They're in love with the process. Not only do the end goals make them smile, but they also actually enjoy the journey a lot more. They doubt the doubts intentionally and choose the thoughts that help them in the moment. They always think about giving values to people. Day 70. Your life is perfect the way it is. If you are contemplating about a chance you missed last year and are thinking that there is something wrong with where you are right now, try this perspective. Your life is perfect the way it is right now. Yes, that's right. What if nothing has gone wrong? And what if nothing has to happen for you to create everything you want? And what if you can have love, appreciation, joy, and can become the person you want to be right now, right here? All of the feelings you want to experience come from inside, and it's in your hands to be the kind of person you want to be. But when you dwell on the past, what happens is you don't end up producing results. So choose to accept and value wherever you are. Take massive actions to make it even better. Do a reality check. When you find yourself in a negative pool of emotions and can't find a way out, do a reality check. Lay out the facts and the negative story in your head. Take a step back and see what's real and what's your assumption. People will think I'm stupid. Nothing's working out. I'll eventually fail. If you have thoughts like these, I'll just tell you, they simply are not true. You probably may have had a negative experience in the past, and every time something reminds you of that past moment, you might freeze or want to run away. Tell yourself why this time is different from the last time. The past doesn't equal the present. You are stronger and wiser. Day 72. Redecide everything in your life. A lot of us think we are living in the effects of our past decisions, but that's not completely true. What we don't realize is we repeatedly make the same decisions over and over to sustain the life we currently experience. We just don't recognize it because we tend to think the choices already made in the past, so there's nothing much we can do about it. If this is your case, know this. You have the power to decide everything in your life. The truth is, there is nothing you have to do in life. You always have options, even if it feels like there are none. Be honest about what you really want and desire. You might end up making the same choices, but you will gain much more power. Day 73. It's okay to be a hot mess. I know how good it feels to have everything under control. If you have everything in its place, it makes you feel safe and sound. And when something unplanned happens, you start to freak out. Safety, validation, or whatever you are trying to get out of it does not come from trying to control everything around you. The fact is, we cannot teach someone a lesson and change them unless that's what they genuinely want. People change when they want to, not when they are told to. Your organized schedule or the perfect color of your walls have nothing to do with you being happy and safe. It's okay to be a hot mess. It's okay to have a mess. It's okay to have things get out of hand. We can normalize when things are not always in the palm of our hands. We can give ourselves a feeling of safety. That would be beautiful. Day 74. You have your own timing. We're told countless times we need to figure things out in life by a certain age. When you are in your 20s, you should know what career you're going to pursue. When you are in your 30s, you should marry someone and have kids. So if you want to start a new career path in your 40s, you feel like you shouldn't be doing that. Throw all that away because everybody's timeline is different. Your time should never be compared to anyone else's. To live according to this belief, have courage and faith. Say no to other people's timelines and say yes to your one and only, incomparable, wonderful life. Day 75. You are more than what happened in your life. You are more than the child whose parents got an ugly divorce. You're more than the person who didn't get chosen for the position you always wanted. You're more than a person who survived heartbreak. You're more than someone's daughter, son, mother, wife, or student. You're more than someone who has a 9-to-6 job, a patient diagnosed with a panic disorder, or a person who used to get bullied. You're more than what happened in your life. Don't let anyone else tell you that you are less than who you are. You are an incomparable, indispensable, beautifully imperfect human. You are you. You are who you choose to be. Day 76. Be unshackled. If you can't seem to let go of the past because of resentment, and you want to know how to finally be free from it, try this question. Some things seem almost impossible to let go, and you may even find yourself repeatedly experiencing them after a decade. But holding on to past wounds might kill you inside. So ask yourself, why are you repeatedly choosing the same story over and over again? And by choosing that narrative, what is it robbing you of? When you tell yourself, no, I'm right, he should have stayed, what is it costing you? You can hold on to whatever you want and let that rob you of your peace, happiness, and ability to live the life you truly want. Or you can decide it's time to let go because that's never worth the price of my well-being. It can be a slow process, but you'll be unshackled forever. Day 77. Let go of good intentions. If you are disappointed at someone, think about why you feel that way. In your head, the reason might make sense because maybe you're right and he or she is wrong. But what if being right or wrong doesn't matter? What if you can drop your desire to correct his or her thoughts and behaviors? What would happen between you two? Or what if you could let go of the good intentions you have for him or her? They seem harmless and maybe even helpful, but if it's constantly creating arguments and disappointment, maybe it's time to try something else rather than holding high expectations for him or her. Day 78. You deserve to be healed. Forgiving someone is probably one of the toughest choices we'll make in our lives. From trivial, unpleasant encounters to traumatic events, you'll deal with different intensity of emotions in the process of forgiveness. You might have thought, I don't care if it kills me. I'll never forgive her. If you're in that state, just let yourself feel the resentment. But if you feel like now is the time to move on, I'll tell you why forgiveness is the best decision. You deserve nothing less than complete freedom from the shackles of past pain. You deserve to fully receive all the wonderful possibilities that are waiting for you. You deserve to be healed and loved. Day 79. Everything about you is perfect. You love to set higher goals, and you enjoy seeing progress and improvement in what you do. You're passionate, you're driven, you are wholehearted, and you are special. And what if I told you that there's actually nothing you have to do and there's not a single thing you have to change about yourself? Everything about you is perfect. Your life is flawless. You are worthy by default, even if you think you're lazy or you're an occasional hypocrite or you're not smart enough. Who you are and what you do is different. You're not defined by just one chapter in your life. You are 100% lovable throughout your entire life. Go ahead and exceed your expectations, not because you're unlovable, but because you can. Day 80. Every relationship is perfect. One of the lessons I've learned is that every relationship is perfect. I used to think that all relationships had to look a certain way or feel a certain way. And if it was a relationship I adored, it should last as long as it could. But one day I realized every relationship serves a purpose. And for that, whether it's 30 years or 3 months, it's perfect the way it is. You will learn patience, courage, power, kindness, unconditional love, and much more through the person you are with. This perspective will not make you immune to disappointment or sadness, but it will liberate you to a great extent. You don't have to change the person to treasure every moment as it is. Day 81. When things get overwhelming. Here's what to do when things get overwhelming. First, pause for a minute to take a deep breath. You're never too busy for this. At the end of the day, you matter the most. Just stop everything for a moment and focus only on your breathing. Second, think about the next micro action you can take. Nothing big, any tiny action for you to move forward. It can be getting up from your chair and going for a walk, or taking out a piece of paper and writing things down. Any big goals can be broken down into bite-sized chunks. Take one step at a time. And remember, you are powerful enough to handle any feelings. Day 82. Make the right decision. The very first step to making the right decision comes from belief. Believe in your capability. Believe that you are capable of deciding what's best for you. No matter what you choose, you can create the most wonderful result. Actually, there's no such thing as a wrong or right decision. Whatever you decide, you can still create the most amazing result. Our results are created by our thoughts and actions, not by a single decision. Tell yourself that you have the power to make the best outcome from both options. It doesn't matter if you don't know how. You'll figure it out as you move forward. Give yourself that trust. Commit to making awesome results, regardless of the decision. Day 83. Give yourself this gift. One of the best gifts you can give yourself is self-discipline. Learn how to master your urges, emotions, and energy. This will be a tremendous help in making your dreams come true. Self-discipline is about appreciating yourself and giving yourself the freedom to focus on the things that matter the most. But remember, you do not have to be better in order to be worthy or happy. There's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect. But you want to grow, you want to improve, and you want to create more, which is a beautiful thing. So work hard for what you're passionate about. Be the best cheerleader and coach to yourself. Day 84. Don't escape. This is the benefit of not escaping from negative emotions. You get to fully experience your beautiful human life. If you don't run away from feelings like sadness, guilt, regret, shame, anger, or boredom, you can become incredibly strong. If you can be present with the feeling, you can bond with yourself on a much deeper level. You'll trust yourself even more by having your own back and never abandoning yourself, even in the darkest and scariest place. Even in the darkest and scariest places. When you decide you're not going to hide or shame yourself for having human emotions, you'll be more than just happy. You'll be alive. And you will grow into the best version of yourself, even in the stillness and even in the rockiest places. Day 85. It takes the same energy. Deciding you're going to have a bad day because of someone else or because of something that happened yesterday takes energy. Just like deciding you're going to take responsibility for your own feelings and enjoy your day takes energy. One might feel more natural than the other, but the amount of energy you end up putting in is not that different. If you look close enough, you'll see that neither one is easier. Do you think it's easier to give up because you're afraid of failing to live up to others' expectations? Or do you think it's easier to not care about others' opinions and focus on building what you truly love? If it's going to take the same amount of energy either way, you might as well go for what adds more value to your life. Day 86. Change your questions. We ask ourselves questions all the time. This is true especially when we have problems. We ask questions like, am I a bad mother? Am I broken? What's wrong with him? What's in it for me? When we ask negative questions, we get awful answers. Then it perpetuates pain and does nothing good for you. Without changing the situation, we can instantly feel better and use our focus on more positive things by changing the questions we ask ourselves. How can I serve them better? How am I already wholesome? Find the positive evidence. What's causing him to react this way? With compassion and curiosity. What can I learn? We can command our brain to go into problem-solving mode and do it in a way that feels creative and loving instead of judgmental or self-pitying. Start asking yourself good questions. Day 87. Be selective. Are you intentional in selecting the content you consume every day? If not, this is a sign that you should. Everything that you listen to and watch affects you. The important question is, do they drown you with worry, fear, and doubt? Or do they motivate you to be better, inspired, and joyful? Some might argue that you need to be informed with as much information as possible. Yes, we should listen to those who are experiencing terrible things on the other side of the world. Yes, we should listen to those who are experiencing terrible things on the other side of the world. However, if you can't act from where you are standing right now, just being aware of it. However, if you can't act from where you are standing right now, just being aware of it or thinking about it alone will not change anything. You need to be selective when it comes to feeding your brain and soul. Because at the end of the day, they should serve you. Day 88. Loneliness is part of life. Experiencing loneliness is part of life. Sometimes you may feel like you are in the darkest and scariest places all by yourself. Sometimes nobody can truly understand you or give you what you need. You may have many people around you. You can talk to them at any time, but it's been so long since you felt a deep connection where you can just be your authentic self. Or even if you have amazing relationships in your life, you may still experience loneliness. Everybody experiences this. Embrace it as a part of a beautifully imperfect life and use it as an opportunity to get to know yourself better. Practice giving yourself the things you deserve, like unconditional love, intimacy, appreciation, and validation. Day 89. Meet wonderful people. You should only surround yourself with people who push you to be a better version of yourself. Life is too short to be with people who constantly suck the energy out of you. And if you want to be with wonderful people, you first have to be someone that you want to spend time with. How do you be that person? Reinvent yourself, love yourself, discipline yourself, and be wholehearted. Wherever you go or whoever you meet, whether it's a potential client, partner, or coworker, instead of asking questions like, what's in it for me? Or how can I not get hurt? Change your questions to, how can I give value? Or what can I learn? Then good people will find you and want to work with you. Day 90. Don't take criticism. Don't take criticism. Take feedback. Take it as a lesson from those who can teach you something. If you don't take it personally, it will not discourage you. It'll just be feedback that can improve your performance. Don't take criticism if it's not constructive. Especially don't take criticism from spectators who have never fought and been defeated in the arena. They will say whatever they want, and you don't deserve to listen to those shallow comments. Be humble and always be the learner. But at the same time, believe that you are fully capable of reaching your goals. Don't let anything stop you. Day 91. You have the power to heal yourself. Whenever you feel like you're hurt, remember this. Like the ocean that heals itself, your body has the power to heal itself as well. Your heart and mind can do the same with truth and love. Know that whatever happened doesn't equal your present. Know that whatever he or she says doesn't change your worth. Witness that their problems didn't break you down, but has built you stronger. But this is not an automatic process. It has to be a deliberate practice. Even if you have the power but don't use it, you'll never experience the effect of it. You are not weak. You are stronger than you think. You can handle any emotion. You can figure out any problem. Start telling yourself truths about what you're capable of. Day 92. Everything happens for a reason. How do you talk to yourself after a tough day? What's your interpretation of a day that's been challenging for you? You can be sad, frustrated, or mad. There's nothing wrong with feeling negative emotions. But oftentimes, we forget that the story we tell ourselves is what makes everything more painful than it actually is. Life happens for you, not against you. That means you'll go through difficult days because they shape you into the person you're meant to become. If you can look at the problems in life as opportunities for you to evolve and grow, nothing will break you down. You'll take every journey wholeheartedly, and you'll become unstoppable instead of running away. Day 93. All you need to change is yourself. You cannot change what happened last year, but you can change how you look at it. You cannot change people, but you can change how you look at them. I'm not saying to accept everything as it is and live helplessly. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. You are the author of your life. So you always get to decide what each story means. You can rewrite your beginning and ending. Most importantly, you can change the results you get in the future. The worst case scenario will not play out in your reality. But even if it does, you get to decide the ending of that scenario. You can either become stronger or you can beat yourself up. There are things you can change. All you need to change is yourself. Then you will be surprised by the many amazing possibilities waiting to unfold in front of you. Day 94. Think about what you can give. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? What if people don't like me? If you're having thoughts like these, they're stopping you from showing up as your best self. It's not about you. Stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about what you can give to other people. Dwelling on your limitations only blocks you from what you are capable of. Even if you need to get credentials, you've got to put yourself out there believing you're helping people live a better life. If you can help, that's all you need to think about. Choose to focus on that. That will allow you to access your own genius and serve others best. Day 95. Motivation can be useless. Motivation is useless unless you take action. Thoughts and beliefs will turn against you if you just dream and don't do anything. Don't get me wrong, keep inspiring yourself. Visualizations. Don't get me wrong, keep inspiring yourself. Visualizations are awesome. Do write your goals down and believe in them, but it's imperative you do what feels awkward, uncomfortable, or even daunting to propel yourself forward. You are in charge of your own life. Nobody else can guarantee you substantial results. Get in there like a boss, no matter where you are. Don't wait for things to happen. Take massive actions. Otherwise, you can only enjoy dreaming about your goals and you'll eventually regret who you could have been. Day 96. Do the work. Don't wish for magic to happen. $1,000,000 making master online course can do nothing for you unless you believe in your own ability and take massive actions. Nothing can make the magic happen except you. At the end of the day, you've got to do the work. There's no other way. Do you want a happier relationship with your parents? Initiate the difficult conversation, even when you don't know how it will turn out. Initiate the difficult conversation, even when you don't know how it will turn out. Do you want to close more deals? Push through your doubts and work on your craft anyway. You have enough tips and tricks. Stop looking for easier ways. It's a never-ending game. Do the actual work. Day 97. Influence people. If you want people to change, instead of teaching them what to do, inspire them. In other words, you need to change yourself before you can change other people. People are not very motivated by rewards unless it's really relevant to them. So, if you do this, I'll give you this. It's not that effective. If you want your partner to be loving towards others, show him or her how much you appreciate people around you. Model the way you talk, the way you respect, and the way you serve. Let them witness how it gives incredible value not only to you, but to them. If you really want to change them to be better, influence them rather than lecturing them. Day 98. Life is about perspective. Life is about perspective. Your perspective decides the quality of your life. So my question for you is, how do you want to look at your life? Do you want to look at your struggles and say, my life is a mess? Or say, my life is perfect the way it is. I'm grateful that I get to be in it. I will come out the other side stronger. You always get to choose what you make things mean. You can believe whatever you want about your life. That's your power, and no one can take that away from you. Choose a perspective that moves you, motivates you, and makes you love your life. Day 99. Confidence is the ability to be humble. Real confidence does not mean having a big ego. It does not mean having a bossy attitude or not caring about anybody's opinions. Real confidence is the ability to be humble. If you are confident, you can truly be grateful to the people around you because you're not afraid that they might take advantage of you. You don't manipulate others into liking you. You don't try to prove yourself to the critics because you are your biggest fan. You normalize the messy part of life. If people don't listen to you, don't waste your time trying to teach them a lesson. Instead, show them a better way. That's real confidence. Day 100. You always have power. Let me remind you how powerful you are. You have the power to believe in new things. You have the power to heal yourself and other people. You have the power to create change within yourself and in the community that you want to serve. You have the power to let go of the stories that hurt you. You have the power to figure out anything, whatever it may be. This doesn't mean believing, healing, changing, or creating happens automatically. You need to be intentional. You need to keep practicing your power. You need to push through doubt. Be the witness of your own magical power. 이제 이런 생각을 하실 수도 있을 것 같아요. 그럼 난 누구인가? 여러분들 각자 정말 멋진 철학과 믿음이 있으시겠지만 제가 드리고 싶은 말씀은 여러분들은 여러분이 생각하시는 것보다 훨씬 더 큰 존재예요. 여러분들은 여러분의 생각을 선택할 수 있고 감정을 선택할 수 있고 행동을 선택할 수 있고 여러분의 운명을 선택할 수 있고요. 여러분이 가지고 있는 특별한 핵심 가치와 DNA로 이 세상에 정말 아름답게 기여하면서 멋진 삶을 살아갈 수 있는 존재가 바로 여러분이에요.